What's going on, Goal Chasers? It has been a while, and I feel like it's time that I reintroduce myself. I'm no longer this guy anymore. My total weight is 436.9 pounds, so I have a lot of work to do. All right, so if you used to watch my videos, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tashombe, and this is Goal Chasers. I've been on a weight loss journey since what feels like the beginning of time, but it's more like the last 2 years, I would say, that I've been consistent on it. Outside of that, it's been probably over 20 years of yo-yo dieting, and so we're here now. As you can see, I have lost a significant amount of weight, but I'm not at my goal weight yet, but I am definitely working on it every single day, whether it be working out or trying to eat better. I continue to work on it. I continue to work on me. It's my health. It's very important, just like your health, it should be important to you. So, who am I? Again, I'm just like you, I kind of just went through the years and just did whatever it was I wanted to do as far as eating and exercising and all of those things. And before I knew it, I was 443 pounds. And I'm 6'3", so that helps, but it's at the same time, it's still very dangerous. It was very dangerous for me, and I knew it. I mean, there was a lot of things that I couldn't do, a lot of clothes that I couldn't wear, like a lot of just issues that come with being so overweight that it was depressing, to say the least. Depressing, embarrassing. I would be mad at myself. I would be just, at some points I would be disgusted with myself. And, it was really bad. I went through some really bad times, some really hard times, some really dark times where I just didn't know what I wanted to do. I wanted to lose weight, but doing the work to get there was the thing that was holding me back. Just the thought of exercising and eating, right, and doing all those things it just seemed like too much, especially when you're in so much pain all the time. My back would hurt so much, my legs would hurt, my feet would hurt. Everything would hurt when trying to just walk, not exercise, just walk, just get out the bed, just to get moving. Everything would hurt so bad. But at some point, it was either going to be I start this journey and do it for real this time, or the only other option is dying, really, and I was ready for that. Again, I've went on so many weight loss journeys, keto, tried paleo, I tried Weight Watchers, I tried so many different things, and nothing stuck. I could say things worked short term, but nothing really stuck. And I knew a lot of that was me. It was my mental. Like, I even took classes to get weight loss surgery, but your mind has to be right in order for you to put yourself through something like that and know that you're not gonna gain that weight back. And I wasn't there. I went to that weight loss class about 3 or 4 times. And each time, one time I gained like 30 pounds doing the weight loss class. And I wasn't doing the weight loss class, but it was during the weight loss class that I gained 30 pounds because I wasn't taking anything serious. And every week they would weigh you And every week I was coming in there, with more weight, and I had to lose 40 pounds in order to even be eligible for the surgery, and I never did it. So we can fast forward to 2 years ago. Again, my back was against the wall. It was either, do surgery or do something. I saw the commercials and a lot of the media about GLP-1s, and I was very curious. I saw that people were saying it was working for people, and I figure if I'm gonna have weight loss surgery, then I need to know that I've exhausted all of my resources, all of me has to be exhausted to the point where I'm saying, okay, we can do that. And I was very, very close. And not to bring down anyone who's had the surgery. This is just for me. I only speak for myself. So with that being said, I saw another option. And so I figured, why not try it? At the time, my doctor wasn't prescribing Ozempic or Zepbound or any of that stuff. So for patients, even though I had all of the high blood pressure, prediabetes, outside of just being, morbidly obese, just everything. I had all of the things that you would think would, make a doctor be like, oh, let's get that from me from the back right now. But no. They were suggesting like me drink these shakes and not eat any food and basically do a liquid diet. And, I like food. I need something that's gonna tell me I gotta stop eating. So that didn't work. And so I went online and I found one of the third-party little doctor things. And honestly, I hoped it worked, but again, you try so many different things, and it's not that those things didn't work. I just didn't work with those things, and so I didn't know if that was going to be the case with this. So I ended up getting on a tirzepatide or compound tirzepatide, and I knew that couldn't be it. I mean, I couldn't just take a shot and my biggest fear was to have a lot of the loose, saggy skin and all that stuff, and I'm sure that's a lot of people's fear. It's just, you're in one place where you don't like what you look like, but then you end up in another place where you don't like what you look like, and I'm just like, but I want it to be healthy. So at the end of the day, loose skin or not, I need to be healthy. I want to be strong. I want to be able to move. I want to be able to play sports. I want to be able to do the things that I used to be able to do, even though I'm twice the age. But I just felt like it could happen. I could do it. So I started the tirzepatide. Started on 2.5, and I will say, it calmed the food noise to the point where I would get almost grossed out from eating food. I would get nauseous at times, but nothing was very severe. I had no real severe symptoms of any side effects. So that helps, but again, I knew that I needed to go to the gym. I knew I needed to work out. I needed to replace whatever fat loss with muscle. That was always the goal. And so even before I got my first vial of the tirzepatide, compound tirzepatide, I started working out 3 weeks, I want to say, before I got it. And I was going consistently. And I was weighing myself consistently. And those weigh-ins sucked, but I kept doing it. And fast forward, 2 years later and I'm down 170 pounds. And I lost the first 100 pounds I would say pretty quickly. I mean, I had never lost 100 pounds before. So, I mean, at that point, anything was quick. So, yeah, and I've had the plateaus, and I've had the weight gains, and I've had it to where I've kind of fallen off for a little bit, but I've made sure that I stay focused on the goal, and the goal is to stay healthy, to get healthy, stay healthy, and to never go back to that 443 pound body shell of a human that I was. Like, it was bad, and it's not only bad for aesthetically, you know what I'm saying, like what I saw in the mirror aesthetically, but I felt bad. You sit in a room and you're breathing hard, just sitting down, and people always looking at you, and people judge you, and people talk bad about you. And I've noticed something on TikTok where people are talking about when you lose weight, people treat you different. And I hate to say that that's true, but it's very true. It's very true that, going from that 443 pound body to be, where people are like, oh, you're so big, and you're, they just look down at you almost. And then to now, someone asked me like, oh, what kind of protein do you take? I bet you lift a lot of weights, and, the comments are different. They're just totally different. The way people look at you is totally different. The way, people address you is totally different. I could be talking to someone and giving them life-saving advice as a big person, and they won't listen to you. Nobody wants to hear you. But come in a nice, physique body, and give them the same advice, and it's totally, you get a total different reaction. And I didn't do it for that. It's just something that came with it, but it's something I knew would come with it. A lot comes with it. A lot of people want to see you succeed, and a lot of people want to see you fail. A lot of people are jealous because they don't want to use the method you used, but at the same time, they don't want to use a method at all. So, you can't knock somebody and say, oh, you took this shot to get there. I want to do it all natural. And then you don't do anything. You don't work out. So, I feel like everybody should stay in their lane and let each person use whatever tool is necessary, or that they feel is necessary for them to be successful. You gotta give yourself the best chance to win. And that's kind of been my thing from this point on, is once I got a lot of that weight off, it's like, whatever I can do to give myself the best chance to win, that's what I want to do. So last year I did a lot of challenges. I did a lot of Spartan challenges, just 5K runs, anything that I could find that would challenge me to my limits, really, is what I wanted to do, because I knew that I needed to have some kind of finish line. Every week I needed to have something that I was working towards. And just going to the gym wasn't it. I needed to be going to the gym so that I could fill in the blank, do this Spartan. And I don't want to go to that Spartan unprepared, because I've done that and I felt like I was going to die, and I never wanted to feel that feeling again. One thing about me is, I think pain is what drives me to be more successful. And remembering the pain from my back and my legs and my everything, and the pain of people looking at you a certain way, the pain of trying to get on a roller coaster and you're too big for the seats, those kind of things I've made in my mind, like, I can't forget those. I can't forget those times. I can't forget taking my nephew to Santa Monica Pier, and I can't ride the ride with him because I'm too big. And it's not that I made that assertion standing in line. It was me getting on the ride, everybody waiting for the ride to start, and them trying to get me in there, and I just couldn't. And then I have to get off and do the walk of shame. And it's just not a good feeling, you know? And so, you know, changes had to be made. And yeah, so that is who I am. And I know that was a long, drawn out speech, but, you know, like I said, I'm just like you. Whoever's watching, I'm just like you. I'm no better than you. And I want to work with people. I want to do interactive fitness so bad, so bad. But, you know, whatever I can do to help a person is what I want to do, because at the end of the day, I still need help too. So when I go on TikTok, when I go on these YouTube channels and I see these people working out, losing weight, they motivate me. And I want to be that person to motivate someone else to motivate someone else, you know? So, you know, that's who I am. So when it comes to weight loss, like I said, I started at 443 pounds. And today I'm 267 pounds. And so I lost quite a bit of weight. And I actually didn't lose it. You know, I know exactly where it went. It went on those hikes. It went in the gym. It went into all those activities that I did, that I sweat and gave sweat, blood, and tears to. That's where that weight went. And now I'm a lot happier. Definitely a lot happier with the person who I've become. And one of the things that I did to lose weight, because a lot of times people want that cheat code just so they can get from the start to the finish without that middle part, the work. But one thing I did do outside of the GLP-1 was I stopped drinking. And that, I will say, has been one of the best decisions I've ever made. And why do I say that? Because, I was in the Navy at one point in time, and I used to drink like a sailor. I am a sailor. I was a sailor, I am a sailor. And I would drink to the foam, as they would say, and anchors away. So I did that. And I did that when I got out the Navy, and I continued to do that, and it was killing me. It was killing me. Now, I didn't have any health problems, knock on wood, but it was just, you know, the hangovers, the just feeling like crap, and then the dumb decisions, and it was just a lot of bad. And so I stopped drinking. I had to make that choice. And although throughout the years that I've been on weight loss journeys, and people were like, well, you can't drink if you're trying to lose weight. And I just be like, mind your business. At the end of the day, they were right. You know, you can't drink. Like, my mental clarity is at an all-time high. Like, the decisions I make are well thought out, well planned. And it's just a different person than I would be. I don't work through the week to get to the weekend so I can drink myself into submission, or drink myself to submission during the week, and then, you know, try to drive to work and I'm still feeling buzzed or still hungover or whatever. I don't do any of that stuff. Like, I do what I need to do to take care of myself and my body, and I hope I hope that I don't have any residual damage from all of those years doing that. But at the end of the day, like, moving forward, I know I don't want to do that to myself anymore. So again, you know, it has its advantages. Not everyone wants to stop drinking. I get it. I totally get it. But it's what's worked for me. And, you know, with that being said, what you can expect from this channel is I want to still do my weigh-ins. I still want to do like a weekly weigh-in. I still want to show my workouts. I want to talk about things that are part of the weight loss community, new things that come out, tech that I use to keep me focused when I'm in the gym, like different headphones and shoes and certain things that I use to keep me focused and to keep me, interested in this journey. So you can expect all of that, and I would like to, put out what challenges I got going on. And like I said, I want to interact with other people. I want to talk to people. I want to understand your struggles and see if there's anything that I can do to help. I don't know, but I have gone through it before. Not everything. I haven't gone through everything, but I've gone through a lot of the same struggles that a lot of people have gone through, a lot of the same challenges. And, I can always give my tidbit of, information, my little 2 cents, and then you can take it and run with it. But at the end of the day, I would love everyone to know that feeling that where you've overcome something that was what you thought was impossible. It's an amazing feeling, and it's there for you. You just have to do the work. You can't want it more than you're willing to work for it. All right. So the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. Remember that. So with that being said, yeah, this was just going to be my introductory video, and it went longer than I thought it was going to go, but I think I got a lot of stuff out. So if you're out there doing your thing, keep chasing those goals, embrace the pain, enjoy the process, and respect the gains. And I'll see you at the next video.